It should be recording.
Welcome to episode 6.
Does that every time, but except for which episode is it?
Oh no, it's 5. Episode 5.
Hi guys, everybody. Yes, it is actually episode 5. So welcome again to the Fire Talk, our podcast from Fire Safety Stick with him and me. So back recovering from a busy week from the Caravan Camping and Motorhome Show.
Yes, I had 6 lovely days with you. It's lucky we get on it.
Oh, exactly, isn't it just? Another really busy show.
Fantastic show. Absolutely buzzing from it.
It was. I think we probably said before, October was really, really busy for us. In fact, October probably nearly doubled what we did in February of last year. And we were expecting this February to be a bit of a quieter one, really, weren't we?
I thought it was a smaller show, but
yeah,
it actually turns out it was a busier show.
We saw even more.
108,000 attendees.
Something like that, yes, close to it. So
it was 106 in October.
Yeah, and it apparently wasn't completely a sellout. It was at the weekends, but during the week it wasn't as busy, although we certainly were busy.
We were flat out.
In fact, we were so busy we actually ran out of stock from quite part of the show as well.
Again, yes. Not good. But we were cleaned out by our commercial. So our commercial section has been so successful. People are ordering not ones or twos, but they're ordering 5 to 1,000 units in one go, which kind of catches us out.
Yeah.
I can't even speak. See, this is what 6 days of working with Andrew has done to me.
Thank you.
I'm absolutely knackered and I can't talk.
That's nice, isn't it?
I know.
So yeah, I mean, one
HR? Sorry. You did tell me not to muck about today, but...
Although actually that encourages you more though, doesn't it? That's the problem. There was one particular thing, I think, for the commercial vehicles. We're getting more and more of the commercial vehicles out there, and this is obviously one of the big ones as well.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. And all of a sudden, they will just sit on it, and then all of a sudden it will be, order come through, we want it yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay. Luckily, we have our James who's settling in quite well downstairs.
Yeah, exactly. We've been so incredibly busy that obviously, in fact, we're still clearing those backlogs as we record this today. Yeah. So a big thank you for everybody's patience for this. So what we ended up doing, we took a lot of pre-orders at the show, so got the details and we'll get ready to ship them out to them. So we're just clearing that backlog at the moment. And in fact, funnily enough, we've had inquiries from, while we were at the show, following the show, of people who are now interested in getting it into their commercial vehicles as well. So people buying it for the Caravan and Motorhome during the show have got businesses that thinking, you know what, we want these in our commercial vans and what have you. So we're getting more and more inquiries coming through for that all the time.
Which we always knew was going to be a no-brainer. You know, you substitute 2.2 kg of weight to 200 grams, it's going to be a no-brainer.
And it's not going off by accident and making a mess everywhere as well.
There you go.
Exactly. So, so obviously we've had a busy couple of weeks gone. And you've got a few more busy weeks coming ahead of you as well.
Oh yes, I've got some journeys, got some flights over Gibraltar. So I've got some meetings in Gibraltar where we're looking at launching the fire safety stick. Then we're going, when I get back, I've got to go to Ireland because have we mentioned it in the other shows?
I don't think we have actually so much.
Okay,
no.
so we although we have 15 odd distributors in Ireland and growing, we actually never officially launched there. As in, we had a base there. It's all been done from the UK.
Yeah.
So my job next week, or no, is it next week? No, the week after, I think it is. And going into April is I've got to go and do a tour and go and see all our distributors and put some faces to names.
Yeah.
See what kind of support. Also, we're going to do some interviews as well. So I've got some people lined up to meet over there for our first account manager or sales account manager.
They're always basically going to be looking after our existing distributors.
They're going to be growing,
but also trying to get more distributors out there as well.
Yeah. The thing is, the demand's there. We just haven't got the time to keep on going over to Ireland. So it makes sense. We're going to look for premises. We're going to look for a permanent member of staff who's going to be able to support our existing and bring on new distributors.
Yeah, and I think it's particularly obviously for Southern Ireland as well, is also going to help them because at the moment, obviously with the customs, the tax situation, importing, etc., that's going to make life a lot easier as well.
It's the duty because it's coming from Italy to England. As soon as it leaves England and it's invoiced from an English company, goes over there, there's duty, and then we've got the fluctuation of the pound.
Yes.
Again, so it will level that playing field out by going straight from Italy straight to Ireland.
Yeah.
Which will be good.
So having a proper base over there is going to make a big factor, like I say, not only for our existing distributors, but also for more and more, as we go to more and more sectors as well, because we're only doing a couple of sectors really over there, really, and we're not touching
and that's
others.
really by demand rather than actually pushing them in other industries.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, exciting times, busy time for me.
Exactly. So we're getting, like I say, we just said that we're getting a salesperson for over there.
Yes.
But also at the same time, we're getting a salesperson for over here as well.
Yes, don't like salesperson.
Okay then.
It's not salesperson, it's account manager.
Okay, account manager then.
It's someone to help the team and help our new distributors and existing distributors to make the most of our marketing, and educate their customers on the product. So yes, down to the last 2 interviews. Once we've got them through, I shall be hopefully making one of them a new member of the team, which will be exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll have to come and work with this madness.
Yes. They don't know about that yet, so they'll be fine.
I have to pay my
and also, I think, just to add on to that one, is obviously that's great, but that's also going to free up your time a little bit more, or at least that's the intention. We'll find out if it does or not. To concentrate more on?
Golf.
No. Go back. Research and development.
Oh.
Come on, read the script.
Sorry, I thought it was actually golf. No, I'm really bad at golf.
He is.
Yes.
Needs more time.
So R&D.
Yeah.
We've funny enough, I had a big meeting today with some R&D specialists because we are really hitting it hard. We want to have a new product. There's a demand for a new product that will be off the back of the fire safety stick. Can't say too much because it might upset a few people, but I'm pretty confident I'll get it to work.
Yeah,
my engineering head's on, and I've done some pre-tests, and I'm pretty certain it's going to work.
Yeah, I'd say one thing I'd say is certainly we go to, obviously when we go to the shows or meet with them, they say, oh, but can't you get it to do this? Can you get it to do that one? And we've already think, yes, we are already thinking about that, but it's not going to happen overnight. It takes time to get the product right for it.
Yeah, it needs time to actually proper tests, durability tests, efficiency tests, and it's all got to be done properly. So we're hopefully going to be either doing it in this unit, or there's another unit that I've got my eye on that we're going to be kitting that out as a proper research and development sector where we can actually safely put fires out. I say safely.
Yeah, I think we might need to edit that bit out.
Yeah, you might do.
Yeah, probably.
Anyone knows me.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to test things. They have to be tested to destruction.
Yeah, probably best if the landlord doesn't know anything about this, so we'll be fine. Yeah. Exactly. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. We'll get away with it. So yes, obviously we've got some great things. It looks like we're going to have a busy year. So even though we're doing less shows ourselves, I think we're going to have an even busier year this year, aren't we?
Well, we've actually believe it or not, this has all been planned, and we're actually on target to where we should be. We're pretty much on target.
That's great.
If anything, a month earlier than I thought. So, which is good. But it's been the help of our distributors, our clients, our customers. It's been really good.
Yeah,
so it's been.
Now we had a bit of an interesting story fed back to us the other day. A bit sort of about the fire safety stick doing something that you wouldn't normally expect it to do.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yes. Am I going to tell the story?
Go on, you tell the story.
Right, okay, so I'm not going to mention any names.
No.
But the person who it happened to does watch this.
Yes.
So they will know.
Oh, they will.
They will know who we're talking about. So there was
and they'll be furious that we've not name checked them, but we're not going to name check them.
We're not going to check them there. And there's a reason behind that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a dog attack.
Yes.
This person actually it was almost the local hero, or was the local hero.
Yeah, no, definitely don't tell him that bit.
Yeah, definitely don't tell him that bit. So there was a dog attack. He kind of spotted the beginning of it and thought, do you know what, something's not right here. So he kind of put himself in a scenario or situation where he actually was like, I'm watching. And there was 3 dogs. There were I'm not going to mention the brand of them because they get a bad the breed. Sorry, not the brand, the breed of the dog, because they get a bad rep. It's not the dog's fault. It's generally the owner's fault. But 3 dogs in a pack, looking for trouble. I don't know if they were hungry. I don't know what happened, but he's kind of spotted it. Has kind of then intervened when there was an attack on another dog, and it knocked an old lady over. And she ended up in hospital. Where he then grabbed his fire safety stick, activated it, and fooled the rest of the dogs attacking, and fought the 3 dogs away with the fire safety stick, not using it as a baton, but just actually knowing it's not going to harm them, just spraying it at the dogs, and the dogs backed off.
Exactly.
And the dogs immediately stopped biting, and
they were able to be then sort of
be restrained.
Basically,
so, unfortunately, the dog that was attacked was really sad. He had to be put down because he wasn't able to save it. They weren't able to save it. The lady whose dog it was, unfortunately, ended up in hospital where the dogs knocked her over. So it was quite serious, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Yeah. They had armed response turn up as well. Again, I'm a great believer it wasn't the dog's fault to a point. It's generally
because there's no sign of any collars on them, I don't think, from what we've heard.
No, as I said, I don't want to go into details. No. The point of it was he's kind of stopped the attack getting worse, because there was children there and the dogs were really going mental. He was just gutted that he'd run out. So he actually said, "I wish I had the 100-second stick," because then he ended up having to use it as a baton.
Well, I'd say fortunately he didn't need to do that at all, so it'd be a much better situation.
But that's what he was thinking as it was running out. He was get it out. They got him under control. But it was there was a lot of people who saw it. A lot of people wanted to know what he used. And they were amazed when they found out it was a fire extinguisher. So,
exactly, I know, it's amazing. And it was still harmless though to anybody, so it didn't leave a mess with anything. So obviously it's not a particularly pleasant story, but again, it's just another example of its uses basically.
Oh, there you go. We never even thought of that one.
No, exactly. Yeah. True.
But I do believe in some countries the military use it as crowd control.
Yes.
I think it's either the military, it's riot police.
Yes.
In some countries they have it as on their holsters, and they can. It's crowd control because they can spray someone but not actually damage them. Or
I was going to say, when you see this coming out, obviously you're going to, your initial response can be, is it tear gas? Because it looks very similar to it, and you're going to back it. But as it turns out, it is totally harmless. But it's still going to make people back up, which is a similar situation with the dogs, I'm going to guess.
Well, this is it. Yeah. So no dogs were apart from.
No, exactly.
Might have to cut that bit out.
Yes, maybe.
The dogs weren't harmed by the fire safety stick.
No. Okay. Right. That's clear.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yes. Good. Anyway, I don't want to break this to you, but we're going back to the NEC. We're going back to the NEC in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, I
know.
So
it's our second home, basically.
Charity.
Exactly.
I was actually getting worried there, thinking.
Calm down.
I didn't know we had another show.
So normally, I'm always regular at the. I think it's a practical classic and restoration show. Again, it's always a bit of a mixed one, but it's a sort of a classic car show that happens at the NEC towards the end of the week, end of the month rather, March. We will have resellers there, so the fire safety will be there, but it just won't be sold by ourselves.
No.
But it's a thing which something I've been involved with quite a while ago, and actually it's great to have you involved now as well, and that's for the Sporting Bears. So the Sporting Bears are a motor club, and they do things like the classic car shows and what have you. They do shows whereby we'll have all our members have classic or sports cars come along to the show, take members of the public out for rides in them, passenger rides, for a small donation to charity. Every single penny goes to children's charities that we're supporting. It's usually local charities around the Birmingham area. And I'll be honest, it's great fun. I mean, we normally have probably about sort of 50 or 60 cars there a day, and we're there for all 3 days. And actually, you're going to come up and be doing some driving as well, aren't you?
I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be coming on Sunday.
Yes.
Can't do the whole weekend because it's my wife's birthday, and I will get told off.
Exactly. So I will be there. I won't be driving, but I will be there helping direct the traffic in my little fancy dress outfit. In fact,
I think you should insert a picture of what Andrew dresses like on a weekend. I mean, at the shows.
Yeah, so not the weekend. Well, I might do weekends as well, but you know what? Absolutely, I have no problem with it. I'm very proud. People ask about it, so yes, I will be there as Mr. Cone.
Yes, he's well known
Yeah.
to the Sporting Bears as Mr. Cone.
Exactly,
He dresses
exactly.
up as a traffic cone and directs the traffic.
The kids love it. Very popular car fest, I have to say.
Hey,
A very popular car fest.
Yeah. I had some of the kids in my car when I was driving around Mockingham, and yeah, I don't. They were. What is he dressed as?
Now.
I had to explain to him. He's dressed as a traffic guy.
I was under a bit of pressure on that because that particular day, my role basically is then directing the traffic to make sure it's safe to go forward or not. And obviously I'm trying to see what traffic's happening, etc. So I'm look around everywhere, and I was under a little bit of stress. So people, there are pictures of me looking really miserable. I was concentrated, but I did look really miserable. Yeah. That's not normally me, I can assure you.
No. And he was watching out because I was actually trying to aim for him.
Yeah, you were trying to run me over as well. I mean,
in
you
a
can
nice
imagine
way.
a car aiming for a cone. I mean, that might be the problem actually. Yeah, now that I think about it.
He's like with his big hands. Stop.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Talking of charity, I've got one thing I'd like to mention as well.
Oh,
because
yes.
in a month's time, I'm going to be thrown out of a plane. Now,
And I'm not pushing him.
No, this time. Although actually, to be fair, you have supported me on a previous charity event. So last summer, we both did abseil down the Spinnaker Tower. That was a lot of fun though, wasn't it? Maybe not at the time, but it was a lot of fun.
It was very windy.
Very, very windy. Yeah. You will not believe how windy it
How
was.
high is it?
It was 100-metre abseil.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a fair way, really.
Yeah. Right on the coast.
In Plymouth, yeah.
In Plymouth.
Yeah.
Plymouth? Portsmouth?
Portsmouth, not Plymouth, Portsmouth.
Yeah, I'm back at geography, but come on. Yeah, no, that was eventful.
Yes, exactly. So I'm doing this for the aid of Lucy's Air Ambulance, which is a charity that helps support moving children in dire situations where they need to move by plane, basically. Actually, funny enough, the details came of it through the Sporting Bears, because it's a Sporting Bears charity that we've also helped before as well. So I thought that's what I'm doing. So
good charity.
I thought it was a bit of a challenge. I'm actually going to do a parachute jump out of a plane. Now,
so the next podcast might be just me.
How do you like it? Well, I was
not very nice.
Well, I was chatting to one of my
Seriously.
friends who did a parachute jump from that same location. I think they did a solo jump. I'm not. I'm doing a tandem jump for this reason. They managed to be 30 miles, something like 25 or 30 miles away from the landing zone. How can you be that far out?
Gust of wind takes you.
Anyway, for that reason, I'm just going to stand there and let the parachute guy just take care of it. That's going to be the best thing. So anyway, so yes, I might be here for the next podcast. I might not be.
So do you know what? It'd be so funny. You're not here. We just record it when you're off or something, and then just tell everyone. Andrew who? HR.
Now, to coin a particular phrase for an old TV show, and on that bombshell, over to the studio.
And on that bombshell, back to the studio.
Anyway, so I think we're ready to wrap this one up.
No one's going to get that.
Okay, that's
It's because you're old.
Top Gear.
Is it?
Yeah.
He is a blithering idiot.
Oh, of course, it's Top Gear.
It
Do you
was-
know what I was thinking? I was thinking of something else.
No, it's Top Gear.
not
Top
that.
Gear reference was if ever any of them had an accident, they'd say, and on that bombshell, back to the studio.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's a side issue. So I think we're going to wrap this up now.
So back for me.
Exactly. So thanks for paying attention to our aimless...
No one watches this anyway.
no,
So it's
well,
fine.
we do, that's it. But you know what, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
He makes me stand here all the time.
Exactly. It's the only control I've got. So I think, shall we call that a wrap?
Yeah, cool.
And we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.